Hi friends, Christmas trees bring to our mind the cherished tradition of Christmas season. A tree decorated with lights, stars and other ornaments has become a popular tradition during Christmas everywhere. Germany is credited with starting the Christmas tree tradition in the 16th century. As with many centuries ago, the German people already used a pine tree to celebrate the winter solstice on December 21st. According to them, the evergreen pine tree was a symbol of vital energy and free-minded men, that even during winter, nature was not dead, and it was about to start a new life cycle. Later, when Christianity was widespread in Europe, the celebration of December 21st was assimilated by Christians and the pine tree in homes became Christmas tree. The cherished tradition of celebrating Christmas around a decorated tree is one of the most prominent and favorite symbols of Christmas time. As with many other Christian symbols, it has legends associated to it. And the one I would like to share with you is a sweet tale told to children about the beautiful Christmas tree. Once, there was a very poor woodcutter who lived with his family in a small house. On Christmas Eve, they sat down for dinner. When they heard a knock at the door, there stood a child in torn and ragged clothes, pale and hungry. The woodcutter invited the child in for food, even though they did not have much to share, and gave him a bed to rest. The woodcutter and his family prayed to God, thanking him for a warm and safe place to live. In the early morning, they walked to the most beautiful singing they had ever heard. They went to the window and saw the orphan child standing with a choir of angels singing a lovely Christmas carol. The child was no longer wearing torn and shabby clothing but dressed in a magnificent robe surrounded by a glowing light. When the child saw the woodcutter and his family, he said, "I am child Jesus. I have received your kindness and now this is my gift to you." He then broke a branch from a small fir tree and planted it, while telling them, "From this day on, this tree shall bear fruit at Christmas, and you shall have plenty even in this cold winter." As they stood listening, the branch grew into a beautiful tree covered with golden apples and silver nuts, and that poor family was in need never again. Although we all know that this is not a real story, we may gather from it that when helping a little one in need, our deeds will count as if they were done to Jesus himself. As Bible so beautifully teaches in, "As much you have done it unto one of the least of these brethren of mine, you have done it unto me." The Christmas trees also teach us to have faith and hope in God, and to be evergreen in seasons of life and to produce fruits of charity always. In this Christmas season, let us also be engaged in little works of charity. I wish you all a Merry Christmas.